What's going on, guys? So, I haven't seen the Anaconda in probably about 4 days or so, which is really uncommon because she uses the pond every single day, or at least every single night. And this time of year, she's usually a little less active because she's fasting for 3.5 months and the temperatures are a little lower in the enclosure. But I decided to check and see what was up, and I found out she is in shed. So, right now, her eyes are fully cloudy, her body's gray. Usually she soaks during this time, but the humidity's up pretty high, so she probably doesn't need it. She'll probably end up in the pond for about 3 days straight before she sheds. So I expect her probably in the next day or two to be soaking primarily the entire time. But let's get a little bit of a close-up, see where she's at. I don't want to stick my hand right in her face, but you can see that she's in shed. You'll be able to see her skin and her eyes. Oh, sorry. It's kind of hard for me to reach in there. It's quite a bit of ways away, but you should have been able to see at least how white her skin is and maybe a little bit of her eyes. But when she starts soaking in the pond sometime in the next couple days, which she always does pre-shed, I'll definitely be sure to get some pictures and video and stuff. So if you haven't done so already, don't forget to subscribe and hit the little bell so you can get notifications when I do new content. Next year I have a lot of plans for more in front of the camera stuff and a little bit better format, and so it's not just random stuff all the time. I'm hoping to do like weekly podcasts or discussions or something, and I want to bring scientists and other experts in so we can talk about proper enclosure sizes, proper feeding, and all kinds of other stuff. If you haven't checked out the podcast that I did on the Animals at Home YouTube channel, I did one with Dylan, who runs the page, as well as Troy, who is a herpetologist, zoologist at the Denver Zoo. We talked about proper feeding and enclosure sizes for big constrictors, primarily anacondas. So if you guys think I deserve it, go ahead and hit the thumbs up. And if you guys want to see anything specific that is not of harm to my animal, does not interfere with the fasting for the winter, then by all means, let me know in the comment section. I spoke to Animal Plastics a few weeks ago, and they said the cages would be ready the next week, and they haven't gotten here yet. But the two red tails that do not have the adult enclosures, they are getting 8 by 3 by 2.5. And then my common Colombian boa, who's quite a bit smaller than my red tails, she's getting a 6 by 2 by 2. But she's probably only going to be about 6.5 feet. And then the emerald is getting a 3 by 3 by 2. So I'm not going to be able to do everything that I want to in those because of COVID taking my job, although I'm starting a new one. So hopefully once I pay off these enclosures and stuff that I still have a little bit left on, I'll be able to start upgrading and doing Pro Products heat panels, because Pro Products is my favorite, and Herpstat thermostats, which in my opinion is the best thermostat out there. So Pro Products and Herpstat are definitely going to be what I'm going with. See? And then I want to get Habitat and Design Pet Supplies, who did this enclosure, to do another background and stuff like that for all my new cages. So it'll be a little while before I get them really, really nice, but they're all going to have climbing space. They're going to have basking and plants for proper hiding and everything, and they're going to have water bowls big enough for them to soak in. So they should all be in those sometime in the next month. It won't be as nice as it will be in a couple years, but definitely going to make sure it is nice and natural looking for all of them, and they have plenty of enrichment, places to climb, and everything inside the enclosure. So like I said, guys, don't forget to subscribe, like, all that good stuff if you think I deserve it and want to see more. Everyone be safe.